Hello, Spanish students. This is Mrs. Alvarado. I'm going to be teaching Spanish 1 to 3. If you want to meet with me, I will be located by the high school lab. My office is near there with most of the high school teachers. And if you have any questions, make sure to K-mail me. I'm going to get started and do a web tour of the course. Let me show you first. There we go. Okay, so just a little bit about myself before I get started. I have been teaching for 10 years. I've taught at the high school level Spanish and English 9 for SCOA since we started the school. And also I've taught English, Spanish, ELD, social studies, and I've taught at the elementary, middle, and high school level, and I've started as a writing tutor at UCSD as an undergrad. So I've had a lot of experience teaching different grade levels and also teaching different subjects. So that's just a little bit about myself and my teaching background. And when you go into the Spanish course, right under course home on the left hand side, you can see I have the syllabus. I encourage you to read through that so you can get information for this semester, what you're expected to do this semester to finish up, and also in Middlebury, how to access the curriculum and the types of assignments that you're going to have. So you will see semester 2, the units that you're going to be working on. So again, please make sure that you read through the syllabus. The calendar is right under. These are directions on how to access the course calendar, since we are using the Middlebury Interactive Languages program, also known as PowerSpeak. So if you forget, I have directions there on how to access the calendar. So you would basically go on where it says Spanish 1, 2, or 3, depending on your course you're taking. You would click on that. And then you'll see it says, please click here in blue. You want to click on that live blue link. And then it will connect you to the actual calendar. And you want to follow what you need to work on for that particular day. So for our first week, we're watching orientation recordings for each of our courses and taking notes. You're turning in those notes to your homeroom teacher. And then for the second week, that's when we actually get started with the course material. There is no school on that Monday, so you're going to start on Unit 19 on Tuesday. So make sure that you follow along. I do have 2 other important assignments posted. You have to sign up for your Remind, so you can get messages and recordings from me that you can actually watch over in your phone or on your computer as well. So make sure that you sign up for Remind. I also have the essential question response Dropbox there, so you can just click on it and then type in your response and submit today's answer to the essential question. Okay, so the essential question for today's recording is, how do you contact your Spanish teacher? Okay, so how do you contact your Spanish teacher? You want to answer that question, and here you would just click, type your response, and submit the assignment. We do not use the Dropbox here on the upper right hand corner. We are using the Middlebury program. Everything is done by clicking on these live blue links and going through the lessons. Okay, so for example, here's one. You want to go through the lessons and follow what they say. You also want to take notes, print any important sheets that they provide for you, like the vocabulary and the grammar. That is Very important, so that you have a notebook with your notes or a binder where you keep all this information as well. Okay, so that is the calendar. I have my teacher contact information as well on the left-hand side. My name is Mrs. Alvarado. And when you do K-mail me, make sure that you specify what class this is for, as I am teaching different courses. So Spanish 1, 2, or 3 would make it a lot easier for me as well. And then here's my number. And my on-campus hours are Tuesday through Friday, 8 a.m. to 2 p.m. I work virtually from home in my home office on Monday, so you can still give me a call, text me, or K-mail me from 8 to 2. And then right under Class Connect, I'm going to have the recording link for today, and also any other future recordings that I'm going to have. What is changing, though, is that we are going to have in-person sessions this semester, and they are posted on the calendar. So for whatever Spanish course you're taking, you'll see it. We have it on Thursdays for Spanish at 11 in the middle school lab for Spanish 1. For Spanish 2 and 3, they're going to start at 1 p.m. Okay, so again, Spanish 1 starts at 11 a.m. on Thursdays, starting 1/22. Okay, not the first week of school, the second week. And then Spanish 2 and 3 starts at 1 p.m. It is mandatory for students who are receiving D's or F's. So you will need to be, you will be required to come into the lab. Okay. And then on these days, I'll also be posting recordings once a week, and I will be posting that in the announcement section. So if you go on the left-hand side again, click on Course Home. It says Announcements, and right underneath, I will be posting any important announcements, recordings, also in Class Connect, like I said before, so that you know what is going on for that week. And right after my welcome message, underneath announcements, you can see how to sign up for Remind. I am making that worth 20 points. It's very important, so you can stay connected with me, and I can provide those announcements right on your phone, and you can get those messages. You can either download the Remind app, and you can enter this code. You can visit the link, the remind.com link, or you can join via text. Okay, you would enter that same code so that you can sign up. Once you sign up, I have it right in the course calendar. Keep going back and forth. And then it says Remind signed up, sign up. You click on that and just tell me, yes, I signed up for Remind. And then click Next, and you would submit the assignment. And then once I receive that message, I will give you your 20 points for doing so, for being connected with the class. Okay, so like I said before, this is how you access the course. You click on the tab for your Spanish course, and then you will see the calendar. It gives you, for each unit, you have 5 days that you will be working on assignments that relate to the unit objectives, which include vocabulary and grammar. So you want to go through all of these. If you want to find out exactly which ones are going to be graded, on the upper right-hand corner, you can click on the lesson, and you'll see that these 2 are the ones that are going to be graded. You still want to do all the warm-ups and labs so that they can help you to prepare for the course. And you still want to be taking notes every day, so that you have that as a reference later on when you take unit quizzes, or if you take your midterms and your finals, you can always use those notes. Okay, so this is basic information for orientation. Like I said, this might be new information. There's only some of this is new information for our students who are here first semester. So make sure that you remember that we do have those in-person sessions. Take a look at your calendar. I have provided information there. You want to check your announcements. And if you have any questions, make sure to email me, call me. You can check the teacher contact information tab on the left-hand corner if you forget any of this information that I shared. So again, make sure that you answer that essential question that I posted for your Spanish course. How, okay, so you would post it here on 120 after you've watched this recording. So how do you contact your Spanish teacher? And you want to answer that here. Once you click, you want to type your response and you submit. Okay? Any questions, please make sure to let me know. Thank you so much for joining me for this recording. Have a wonderful day.